Ladies and gentlemen, the markets did not do well today, and we got to break them down in this video. We have to break down the S&P, Dow, NASDAQ, Russell, stocks I'm looking at, and of course, what I'm looking to do in these markets. But before we do that, make sure to get your free money from Moomoo. You get up to 5 free stocks, each of which could be valued up to $3,500. I'm telling you guys, it's the best promo, and it's free money. Use that link down below, deposit at least $100, and boom, you get your free money. And with that being said, let's dive into the video. So check it out, guys. The S&P ended up closing down 0.3% on the day. We had the NASDAQ down 1.4%, the Russell down 0.8%, and we had the Dow surprise. Well, I guess, I don't know if it's a surprise, but it did well. It went up 0.4%. It was green, the only green asset or index out of the 4 here in the U.S. So the Dow crushed it, tech got hit, and we saw earlier, we talked about in my earlier video, how volatile tech was all day today. We'll talk a little bit more about that in this video. And we had the VIX down about 2% volatility. That's interesting. Volatility was down as the overall markets suffered. Tech did not have the best day. And we had gold and silver up, both of them up about 0.7%. So very interesting day. Volatility down. A lot of the indexes down. So let's break down and see exactly where we ended up closing. We'll start off here with triple Q, and then we'll talk a little bit about SPY. So what we're looking at right here is the 5-day, 5-minute chart. If I draw this across, what we're noticing is right now we are closing, or we closed. I mean, the markets closed over 3 hours ago, guys. I'm a bit late filming this video today, but if you're watching this, shout out to you, right? So the markets closed a little bit over 3 hours ago, and what we're noticing is we held the low point from earlier today, which was 348, and we closed right above it. In fact, we closed above 349, which that point was also the low from yesterday, right around 348, 349. So the fact that triple Q has held 348, 349 the past 2 days, that's a very good sign. But the negative thing here is there's always a negative. I mean, not always, but in this case, there is a negative. This is it's looking like a descending triangle. Remember, we talk a lot about ascending triangles. Well, this one's the opposite. It's a descending triangle. Again, support is right around 349, but we've been making lower highs into that support. So eventually, if this descending triangle plays out, that's if we might give here at 348, and we might start seeing a push towards 345, maybe 340. So keep that in mind when it comes to triple Q, the descending triangle. And let's see if there's one on SPY. There might very well be, guys, probably. Let's pull up the 5-day chart. Actually, this is a bit different. We're not necessarily seeing a descending triangle. We're kind of seeing more of a wedge. We're trying to break out here. SPY is on the 5-day. We're seeing higher lows. If you guys take a look, if I pull up my oval tool here, take a look. On this 5-day chart, we're seeing higher lows, one at 443. We hit one yesterday at about 444 roughly. And today our low point was right around 445.80 to 446. So we're making these higher lows, and we hit one after market hours at about 447. And we're trying to, at the same time, break out of the lower high resistance. So I'm actually seeing a bit of a wedge on the 5-day chart, and on the 10-day chart, you can kind of see what I'm talking about as well. If I just clear the drawing set and draw this out, take a look. We're in a wedge. So for next week, and I just butchered that, but overall, you guys get what I'm saying. For next week, we got to see, is SPY going to start breaking above 450 to 451? I think that is the true test. That's the potential turning point. If this breaks 451, we break the moving averages, break the wedge, this could end up flying. Maybe 455, maybe back up towards 460, which we were just at 460 about 10 days ago. So watch out for that. Triple Q and SPY, they're a bit different, but they're both at very critical spots. Let's just put it that way. So what do you think, guys? Drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Again, if you're watching this, you're awesome. I appreciate you. You're watching this on a Friday night. You could be doing other things, but you're watching this video. You're great. Hit the like button, subscribe. We're almost at 25,000, guys. We're super close. Let's get to 25,000 subscribers. And with that being said, let's break down some stocks. So the first one here I want to talk about is CTRA, which is Coterra Energy. This is one that we called out about 2-3 weeks ago, so we haven't really talked about it in a couple of weeks. And I called out the ascending triangle. Remember, we just talked about descending triangles. This was an ascending triangle I called out probably in early February, maybe mid-February, and that ended up playing out. We broke above 23.50. We ran all the way to $30, and then recently, take a look, guys. Today was a great day. I mean, today was fantastic. But up until today, I mean, the previous, week, almost more than a week, Coterra Energy went down from $29.50 to about $26.30, so it lost 11%, and then today it started breaking out. Again, it went up 7.3% on the day. So with today's big move, we're above both moving averages. Well, we already were above the 180, but now we're above the 50, and it seems like this wants to go up and test the highs from the end of March, being around 29, 29.50, and we're very close. We're at 28. We just closed at 28.75. So I think next week, Coterra Energy could really be testing those highs. We might even break those highs, and who knows, it might be going into the 30s, $30-$35. You guys know how quick these stocks could catch fire. So let's see, is this an all-time high? No, it's not. All-time highs were hit back in 2013, October of 2013. $41 was the all-time high on the stock. So if we start cracking above $30, again, mid-30s, which was the resistance in 2015, about 7 years ago, April 2015, that is where this could be going. So watch out for CTRA. Another one here is Occidental Petroleum, guys. What a freaking day for Occidental today, guys. Holy crap. This one up 7%, just like Coterra. And just like Coterra, guys, this one's breaking out above the 50 moving average, and it's at a point where we're about to test $63 to about $64. And notice, this is a very critical spot because, look, if I clear the drawing set and bring up the oval tool, if we fail at $64, guys, this could very well be a triple top, right, which would not be good. We might, if we triple top here, this could end up collapsing, maybe back down into the 50s, low 50s, maybe even lower than that, who knows. But if we're able to get buying pressure out of $64, $65, and into the high 60s, that's where Oxy's going to see a true explosion. Maybe a 10% blow off top rally. Who the heck knows? Maybe something even more aggressive. I mean, we've seen these stocks go ballistic. So I'm going to be putting an alert probably at $63, and I'll be watching it at 65, and if it starts going up even more than that. So I'm going to do that right now. Mark is at or above $63, and this is an ascending triangle. Look at it, guys. Clear as day. We're uptrending, but again, we have resistance at about $64. If this breaks out, it's going to go crazy. Same with XLE, which I mentioned in my previous video. This went up 3% today. Clear ascending triangle. If it breaks $80, boom, 85.90 is where it could be going. That's why I'm long XLE. Another one that I'm watching very closely is APA, and I just realized my iPad has 1% battery, and that's where I have all my notes and all my stocks for the video. So if this thing dies, I guess we're going to have to, actually, I do have my phone here, so we'll figure it out, guys. It's all good. The next one here is APA, which is APA Corporation, Apache. I think that's how you say it, Apache, right? This one up 5% today. Very strong day in the midst of the red day that we had. Obviously, the NASDAQ, Russell, S&P, all of those went down. This is looking good. Again, it went up 5% on the day, and we are noticing a clear ascending triangle. Higher lows since when? The end of February, we hit about $31, followed by $35.60, $38.70, $39.40, and now we're breaking out into the mid-40s. We're testing the high point from earlier this week at about $43.80. That's pretty much where we closed, right under that. So if this breaks out of $44, I'll put my alert right there right now, there could be a huge push, high 40s, maybe 50 plus on this stock. Maybe that's where momentum takes it. So I'm going to put an alert. Mark is at or above $44 a share. Enphase is another one. Did you guys see Enphase today? It went down a lot. So this one did not do that well today. It went down 5.7%, broke under and closed under the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart, which last time it did this, let me zoom in and show you guys. Last time it got pretty oversold and we broke under the 50 was back in the middle of March. Yep, that's when it was, middle of March. And we got very oversold. Well, back in the middle of March, we had one big red day, followed by another one. So we had, I think it was about a 6% red day on, what day was this? The 11th of March, and then on the 12th of March, or maybe that was over the weekend. Yep, we opened up Monday, and then it had another big dump of about probably, 8-10%. So it had 2 huge red days, and I think we just had 2 huge red days on Enphase. Now we're getting under the 50 moving average. So I think the more oversold this gets, the more in need of a snapback it's going to be in the need of, right? It's going to need. And again, you can see last time we had those 2 big red days, we got under the 50 SMA. We then saw a nice sweet V-shaped recovery. And that doesn't mean that we're necessarily going to get that again, but if we do see signs of maybe a bullish divergence, volume kicking up, buyer stepping in at an oversold spot, maybe around 175, 180, 185, that might be a spot to pull the trigger, in my personal opinion. So I'm watching out for Enphase. Dollar Tree is another one, DLTR. Don't sleep on Dollar Tree, guys. This is one that I think we called out a couple of weeks ago. It broke out above 145, ran all the way to 165, saw a little bit of a pullback to 153, and today it went up $4.30, broke over the 50, and now it is testing, take a look, the high point from about 10 days to 14 days ago, right around $164. And take a look, guys, if this breaks 164, and this looks like an ascending triangle as well. We're spotting those left and right in this video. If this breaks 165, it could see a blow-off top rally. Nothing crazy because, again, it's Dollar Tree, guys. It's not one of these meme stocks, but it could run up $5-10 over the course of a week, 2-3 weeks, no doubt. So set your alerts. I'm going to put mine at 164 here on Dollar Tree. There we go. Mark is at or above perfect. Another one that I'm looking at is Dow Inc. This one up 0.7% today. It ended up bouncing and closing above that 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, which is completely imperative. It's very important for Dow to hold this, as it has held that point over the past couple of weeks during this uptrend. So again, today it went up in the midst of a red day. We held the moving average. We're holding a higher low. We're seeing some buyer step in. Volume is slowly kicking up the past day or two, 3 days. So let's see if we do get that pop, maybe towards the mid-60s. And right now, mind you, we're at $61.70. So we might get that pop to the mid-60s, which could be a move of anywhere from 3 to 5%, maybe even more, of course, depending on when you get in. And I'm not telling you guys what to do, as always. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just talking about what I'm looking to do here and my personal opinions, right? So the last stock for this video, before we do wrap it up, it is APLS, APLS Pharmaceuticals. And I'll be the first to tell you guys, I don't know much about this company fundamentally, but I did just see it in one of my scanners earlier in the day when I was prepping this video, and I was like, oh, and there goes my iPad. My iPad just died, guys. Good thing we're on the last stock. Hey, we're lucky it just happened like that. But listen, APLS, again, I don't know about the fundamentals, but I saw it on one of my screeners. The chart looks pretty good, and that's why we're talking about it right now. So overall today it went down like one of the other ones. What was it? Enphase that we talked about earlier. This one also went down about 4% today, and I think Enphase went down more like 5+%, but this still, either way, it went down. And what we're noticing is it was in big need of a pullback. It was very much overbought. We ran straight up from the end of March, pretty much up until just 3 days ago. So a couple trading days in a row, we ran right up. We got very overbought, very extended above these moving averages. And now we're coming back down to earth. RSI is cooling off. We're coming back down to the 50 moving average, which is right around $50.60. So I think overall, that is where we could be gearing up for another move. But I'm not going to just jump the gun right at $50, because what you notice is this, during the selling periods, it's gone more closer to the 180 SMA, which is right around $45. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw an extended sell-off, maybe another 10-15% sell-off, to the point where it got extremely oversold to $45, $47, $48, and that could be a spot where I'd be considering adding some shares. So I'm not going to dive into this one yet, jump into it yet, but again, I'm going to be watching it for a potential pullback or a further pullback. So that's it. That's it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, drop me a comment, and make sure to join my Patreon if you want all my buy, sells, call outs, morning update videos, plus more. That's linked right down below. And don't forget to get your free money for Moo up to 5 free stocks, each of which could be valued up to $3,500. Just use my link down below, deposit at least $100, and boom, you get yourself some money, and it also helps out me and the overall channel. And of course, I appreciate you guys as always. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Peace out.